Hello, everybody. Welcome to Market Watch. It is time to discuss the Digimon trading card game market. I hope all of y'all are enjoying your weekends. I was going to play in the Ultimate Cup today, but due to having to do some emergency Excel spreadsheet work for Monday and also probably having a date tonight, I decided to decline playing today. But anyone that's playing today, I hope that you're enjoying yourself and having a good time. And if you are not and you're having a good weekend, well, keep having a good weekend. Do that. Today, we're going to talk about some cards that are really just going up in price, and we're going to discuss the future, because the future is upon us very soon. If you guys enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe, and turn the notification on to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. And I do want to thank everyone for, last Market Watch had a bunch of subs, YouTube subs, which is really cool. It's nice to see that people are clicking the button. If you guys can just keep clicking the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, that would mean a lot to me. And I'd love to see that number just keep going up. So, thank you. And let's get going here. As per tradition, our Omnimon market here has a little bit of movement. Our BT13 Omnimons are going back in price, up in price, as we approach the dawn of the new Royal Knights. Omnimon here hitting $45, which I believe is a record. I believe. I could be wrong. But okay, almost a record. It's back to that last spike anyway. So that's pretty cool. Omnimon here is rising. You know, the new set is coming out for us. Pre-releases start next week now, I guess. And the set comes out a week after that. You know, it's pretty cool. It's cool to see. I want to draw your attention, though, to BT13 real quick. Now, there are some people that exist who... Is this right? I think it is. There are some people that... have told me, yo, Mario, these boxes are not going to go up in price. There's no way. You're wrong. Take the L and move on. Well, up until recently, the boxes were $68. And they moved. And, well, now, we have people buying them at 75s. They're going up. Technically, I could take that as a W right now, but I'm a lot more frivolous than that. You know, we have two listings left at $75 right now, basically, with shipping. And then this one here with shipping's $80. And then 81. So I hope that you bought the boxes when they were $68. Because it seems like just even sealed, you might get some return on it. Which is pretty cool. And I want to see if I can find just case prices real quick. If that's possible. I just want to see something. There hasn't been any sales of cases, it looks like. But if you do the math real quick, and we'll take out the handy-dandy calculator. Take $849.98 and divide it by 12, $70 a box. When the boxes are going for $70. $75 right now, cheapest. Unless someone decides to intentionally drown their profits by putting the boxes back up for $68, you know, right now you get more bang for your buck by buying a case, which is interesting. So I'm just going to leave that there. And again, we are 2 weeks away from the new set coming out, so I'll just leave you with that. The pre-sales, don't buy them. That's all I'm going to say. That's these new people coming in listing at like 1994, 1995, you know. Don't. Just wait till release day. You'll be fine. EX08 has some really cheap alt art tamers. We have seen alt art tamers do some crazy things in price before. When you have Liberator tamers like Suzune and Ryutaro, even though they're for the Tyrannomon archetype, which is not good, and the Ice Snow archetype, which is not good right now, you know, all it takes is a good round of Ice Snow support or Tyrannon support being revealed, and these cheap alt-art tamers might go up in price. And for the price that they're at, like, you might as well grab a playset. Like, seriously, it's nothing. What, $30 for a playset? Just about? That's nothing. That's kids' numbers. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't invest in this now. It'll probably be more expensive later, especially as it's a Liberator set with a Liberator tamer, where they're not making any more boxes of this set. That might matter, right? Yao Qinglan from Release Booster 2.0 alt art is something you might want to consider as well, because we did get a Sangomon announced for BT21, which means that more support is coming. Again, sometimes these tamers do go up in price. It already went up in price once with the support. It might do it again, even if it's a quick bump. So maybe you might want to get this sooner rather than later. If you're waiting for the hype to fall, it still might, but hasn't fallen in a while. So, like, keep an eye on it for real. I wouldn't cash in on these yet if you bought them for cheap. I would wait a little bit, because BT21 is going to give more support to this theme. Queen Beemon is really cheap still. It keeps going down every time I see it. You should probably grab some copies of this really cheap, because it is a Liberator card. I made a mistake on the last market watch. I want to correct it just right now. I told you that this was the most expensive super rare in EX07, and I forgot that Hexablow was a thing. Hexablow is the most expensive secret in EX07. But besides Hexablow, Heavy Metal Dramon is there. And it's even gone up over the last 2 days. You know, we're getting that support in 2.5 in 2 weeks. And the deck's playable. After the set comes out, it'll probably go down in price then. But, you know, the hype is high right now. I'd get ready to sell if you have some. And hopefully you bought them when they were cheap. Greymon alt art from BT17 versus Greymon Secret Rare Regular from BT17. As you can see here, just a couple bucks in difference from the regular art and the alternate art. However, it's only by a few listings, like 2 copies at $41 and a copy at $41. Then it's back to $50. I expect these listings to go immediately to kind of even out the scales. I think it's more likely this card goes up, then this card goes down, but also both might be true. Keep in mind, though, that we are getting, you know, Greymon, Agumon support coming out soon. So, like, that will impact the prices for sure, though. Paladin Mode Ace is down to $15. If you guys recall, it hit a high recently of 20 bucks, and people did even spend the money on it. But now it's come back down. That bubble's burst. It's back to 15. It might even go lower, but it's not a bad time to grab this card, honestly. As this card is one of those tech staple-ish cards of sorts, you might want to get this card on the down so that you can maybe sell it when it's on the up. B17 is a really expensive product. Odds are people are going to be less inclined to open it, which will just naturally increase the value of the singles for the remainder of their competitive viability. Sora alt art from BT15. This card has been on a slow uptick upwards. And it even had a couple of sales the other day. Why? Well, because we got a new Garudamon announced. And while it is an adventure Garudamon, that card is really good. And not only does it support the adventure archetype, which we'll talk about in a later video, but it does support generically red, but also birds. Like, it just can, right? It is bird support. You could throw that in your bird deck. So, like, maybe keep an eye on your bird cards. That's my suggestion for that. Birds. You know, maybe when BT21 comes out, you know, the birds transition into adventure birds. I don't know. That sounds like a really bad 2000s cartoon. Adventure birds. Sounds really bad. But anyway, that could be a thing. So just keep that on the horizon. Shadowdramon promo is down to $69.69. Very nice. Down from 100, which is great to see. Someone was an idiot and did buy 2 copies at 100 each. I don't know who the idiot was, but that person clearly doesn't watch my market watches, because the very next person bought a playset for $69.69 each. This is why we do these market watches, because people don't know how the market works. They genuinely do not know. That's why these market watches existed. That's why these market watches should be shared with everyone and discussed with everyone. And there needs to be more education around the market for people that are regularly buying and selling cards. I guess more buying. But people need to be aware of this kind of stuff. It's very important. But anyway, it's over. Someone got hosed. And now we're down to $69.69. Not many listings before it's back to 80 bucks. It will be expensive for a bit. It's going to be an expensive card for a bit. When the reprint comes out, yeah, you might be able to get this card for a little bit cheaper, but we're not there yet. And we don't even know the degree of what cheaper means. It could mean it could fall back to what it was after all the Red Purple Imperial hype is done and we're on a BT21 and no one really cares about it anymore. That could be a thing. Possibly. Unless the new Davis will work with this stuff, then in case. Nope. That's possible. We don't know yet. But yeah, my point here is just be careful with this card. It's probably going to go down a little bit, but it is going through the hype season right now, which means its price values, its fluctuations are kind of unpredictable. It is where we are right now. Flame Drum on promo is also going up in price. A like play here at $65 and Nearmint's at $70. This is just because of Armor Rush support announced in, whatever, the BT21, I guess. It is what it is. All the cheap listings have been bought out over the last couple days, and now we're at 65s and 70s. So, yeah, sell while the hype is there. Ruin Mode. Ruin Mode from the LM set has calmed down from the hype price. It's down to $48. It was at the 55s. People were buying for 55, but I got some cheap listings now at the 48s. Interesting, though, the regular art Ruin Mode now is up to 46 and increasing. With one listing at 46 and then listings at 50 after that. There's a reason why this is happening. It's because we're 2 weeks away from Talmon Loop. It is the degenerative. Oh my god, I can't talk today. It is the stupid deck that really illuminates the problem with Digimon. That's what Talmon Loop is. And that deck is in 2 weeks, and it will be everywhere, and you will not like playing against it. Even if you're playing it, you're probably not gonna like playing against it. That's the problem with this deck. It's gonna be very good. It's gonna be tier 1, and everyone is gonna play it, and that's why. I also want to speak this next little point into the ether. This has nothing to do with anything, but I'm just gonna say this now to get it on record. If the adventure deck does turn out to be a level 5 rush deck of sorts, then a 10k spread Ruin Mode kills that deck. Just for a turn at least. But given the current speed of Digimon, that might be all you need. So I'm just going to throw that out there. But really the reason why this card is going up right now is because of the Talmon Loop deck. So prepare yourself for that. Kazuhamon from EXO4 is also up in price. It's at basically $14. It's only been going up. People have been buying this card very regularly. A week ago it was 12. Now it's 14. It'll probably keep going. I have some that I'm just holding and saving because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I think this card, because $20 supers are not an anomaly anymore, this is probably going to be around that price. So I'm waiting. Altart Rena from BT11. This is just a spitball theory right now. I don't know if I want to put much stock into this because I've not done my research. So I'll let you in the comments section be my research. We started getting Wind Guardian cards revealed in BT21. People tell me, or people on the internet seem to think that there is an All Force coming out with the Wind Guardians. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. I'm not that kind of guy. However, if that is true, you might want to get your Altart Renas, because if they do synergize, this card will explode once again. So I will leave that to the comments section to provide us the education that we're looking for. This is just the way to get people to comment in the video. Guardian Vortex starter decks at $15. They are technically going down from the 17 that they were. You have 16 listings here at 15. I'd grab them because, again, your trainings are in the starter deck. They're not in this exact view of the starter deck, but they are still worth more than the starter deck put together. Good value. Ultimate Cup Agumon, I would, from the BT13 one. This card is very good, which is my problem with the price. Like, this card to me is worth the $60 price stamp, especially with a Marcus coming out in BT21 and Shangri support coming out soon. Like, yeah, I get it, but it is probably going to come down in price. If you Half you should probably sell because it's, you know, it's been 40 for so long. It'll probably come back down to 40 eventually. And lastly, a Galactamon Alt Art is at 30. A little bit of movement because we got a Vemon announced recently, which means Galactamon support is coming. So this card always goes up and down, up and down. It's gonna go up, so prepare yourself for that. That'll do for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.